Welcome to Crime Time News and Entertainment with a Buzz. We've often heard that one of the oldest profession is the back road R0BB3RY. I am speaking about women and men that are out there plying their trades at the back road in a New Kingston and places like those. However, I bet you did not know that some of the oldest thieves could be Aunt Jemima, Sister Doris from church, or even your grandma. If you did not know, I am going to show you a video that will reassure you or confirm what I am saying. This video has been making its round on social media, and it shows an elderly lady, look like she about 60 or 70, plying her trade in some sort of wholesale supermarket. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Black ingata. I want to I want cap in Havana.
Video,
I want cap.
When should me and Crossway in a bag?
No! See there. You put in all the pin bag and push. And put it in underneath the pin bag. Take the picture.
A video, man.
Underneath the bag.
Yeah.
Underneath the bag.
Yeah, man.
Did I see? Look again. Look. Don't take it now.
Video.
Make certain you get it. Watch out.
This is the time when me ask her so what she's doing. And then she tell me say, me alright. And then me kind of feel security. Look at
Now, people, like you say, Aunt Jemima, Granny B, she is skilled at the art of fingersmithing, pickpocketing. She has all the psych, she has all the skills. She knows how to operate cool under pressure, cool like the other side of the pillow. But when you look at stuff like this, it tells you the type of society that we have. We should not be surprised if we see some little young people from down at some sort of garrison I do them thing, some man, some woman, younger women or men. However, when we see somebody that should have been in some sort of retirement age, that should be home watching them little grand picnic, pan them rocking chair, people, it tells you the type of society that we've become. And if you did not know, you better ask somebody. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, the video that you see playing on the screen as I speak, these are the 4 individuals that lost their life in that pie out when they went on some sort of robbery mission in a Westmoreland, Negroes Square to be specific. So pretty much SUK got some sorts of intel information and they trailed a convoy, a couple of vehicles, made some arrests and take out between the hours of 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. The latest one ended in that DEADLY pie out. Now there's been some pictures circulating on social media along with these videos. In one of those pictures, you see 2 identification along with a couple of tools. Like me say, they seize couple of tools, AK M16 9mm.38, 50 AK rounds, 75 M16 rounds, 45 9mm rounds, 5.38 rounds, 2 AK magazine, 2 9mm magazine. It tells you that they were ready for double AR. But like me say, when man a plan, gotta wipe out. The pictures are the videos that you just saw, are the personals in the video. Those are the 4 that lost their life immediately. The JCF has also identified 3 others. 37-year-old Caval Smith, he was in that picture, his identification with those tools, and then 29-year-old Encore Forrest. The next person that they identified, that identification was not amongst those tools. He is Nikolai Delevante. It is said that based on the information, he was arrested last year in Old Harbour after he pied up some can after some sorts of inspector of Popo. It is also said that he was also arrested in 2023 for some sort of robbery at an ATM. So people, we can come to the conclusion that this person is a repeat offender. He was out on bail. Now people, may me ask a question. People usually say, well, these judges, them wise, these judges are going to make decision that is not detrimental to the health or well-being or safety of Jamaica. However, of lately, we have to ask the question. It seems as if these judges must be FUCKED or SUK by these defense lawyers, vice versa, because there is no reason under Master God earth why somebody like this pie up after a Popo inspector, arrested again, arrested before for some sorts of robbery of ATM, and then get a next lease on life so that he could come out and do the same thing. Eventually, he would DIE. So maybe the judge made the right decision. However, like them say, hindsight is 2020. When these judges realizing the situation in a Jamaica and make decision wherein them send out dangerous criminals on the road, what do you expect? But people, like I've always said, every day that the bucket goes to the well, one day at the bottom are going to drop out. And for Mr. Delevante, that was the case. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called, please to cut your speed on the road. The life that you save could be your own. I am speaking about an incident that occurred Saturday morning at about 3 a.m. to be specific. Traveling west on the Duhaney Penn main road that is in St. Thomas, where it is said that the driver of the motor vehicle picture that you see on the screen was blazing like some sorts of mad bat out of hell. He lost control. When he lost control, the car swerved to the opposite side, which would be the right side of the road, and hit into some sorts of pavement machine. That machine did not move. However, like them say, whenever you buck up in some sorts of immovable object, it is not going to be good. The 5 persons that were traveling in that vehicle were all taken to the hospital in a serious condition. There was a young youth that was there, Abriana Rose. He attended the Happy Grove High School that is in Portland. So therefore, they must have been coming from St. Thomas, heading towards Portland when they lost control. It is said that that 16-year-old from the 4th grade died a couple of hours later after they were in some sorts of surgery. The moral of the story, very disturbing facts are these. Since Wednesday to Saturday, at least 3 persons lost their life in St. Thomas. Haste makes waste. Slow your speeds. Fly like lightning. Clash like thunder. People, when will they learn? They are never going to beat the system. They are never going to beat the law of possibility and probability. Every day that you act like that on the road, play silly games, get silly prizes. It is only sad that it is always the persons that are passengers in these vehicles that end up losing them life. The driver is always okay. Hopefully their conscience will bother them. Hopefully they will learn from this mistake. But people, based on what we've seen, I doubt it very much. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is becoming more and more apparent that there is no sorts of safe places in a Jamaica spaces in a Jamaica. Once the church used to be one of those safe spaces, but we realize people are get robbed in a church, people are get caught up in a church, people are lose them life in a church. Such is the case Sunday gone, not this Sunday, last Sunday I am assuming. It is said that a Popo constable, who happens to be a Christian, a man of the cloth, went to church in a Sandy Bay that is in Clarendon. While he was attending that service, Listen to the word of the Lord, the man up above. He heard some loud explosion. Of course, being a po officer, your duty is to serve and protect. A part of that responsibility is if you hear any sorts of pie sound, even though you went to church, even though you went for a different purpose, you will then have to go from the man of the cloth to the man to blaze up some cloth or some corn. He decided he was going to check where the sound was coming from and why. When he pulled up on the scene in which he heard somebody shout or scream for help, he realized that he came under FIRE. He then wheel and pop off, got out of church mode and got into po mode. However, unfortunately for him, he was hit up a couple of times. It is also said that the person that was under ATTACK, in which he had responded, was also cornered up. The po was in serious condition, the other person not so serious, no sorts of life-threatening injuries. The po Iraq is saying to people out there, if you have any sorts of information, intel as to who these perpetrators might have been, please to contact us. And worse, perpetrators, suspect, person of interest in this case, please to give in yourself. Please to turn up at the po station with your granny, with your lawyer, somebody of the cloth for violating the cloth, or else we are going to catch you and slap away your cloth. So people may just say, they did not say that in so much words. However, you get the point. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called, we've seen a couple of very unusual occurrences, weather condition, earthquake, all sorts of tornado, all sorts of water spurt, all sorts of quad line going on in Jamaica. It seems as if the Lord is sending some sorts of message that listen, repent or else. Or maybe persons are just losing their mind. Maybe the society has become so dangerous. One of those very disturbing things that we see is the rate at which persons are taken with themselves and people. I am not speaking about that dance. Back to back in a place called Portmore, the individual that you see on the screen, it is said that he took away himself in his vehicle in Portmore less than 24 hours ago. A couple of hours before or after, give or take, this other individual that you see on the screen, it is said that in a place called Waterworks, which is in Westmoreland, he also took away himself. Now, people, in the first picture with the ticker man, I don't know what he did, but I am assuming it was because of some sorts of wounds in the head that was not supposed to be there. In the case of the man in a Waterworks in a Westmoreland, I seen those pictures. He was pretty much laying on the ground on his back in a pool of his own red. He also had a tool right by his hand, right by his head. So therefore, I am assuming it is the same thing. Take away by the tool. Now, people, I don't know the motive or reason behind any of these two. However, when we see them back to back, you know, say something definitely changed. You know, say some sorts of demonic force out there. You know, say some sorts of pressure. And people like them say, pressure bust pipe. There's a whole bunch of stressful stuff going on out there, whether it is because of some sorts of relationship, whether people take people money, people lose, people can't go on with their life, all sorts of pressures in life. But people, I am here to tell you, once you have life, you have hope. Things might look dark, as if there is no sort of silver lining at the end of the cloud. But people, I am here to tell you, do not give up hope. Once you have life, you have hope. Once you have hope, you stand a chance. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully, it is not a freight train coming for lick you down. People, that was a tasteful joke, but you get the points. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, Please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.